As time goes on here on your weekly tech update, I find myself talking more and more about electrified transportation than I do about games and computers and cool little techie devices. I may have to remedy that eventually, but for now, the transportation sector is absolutely fascinating with the abundance of electrification options. There are now two ways to get an electric bicycle. The first one is to buy an electric bike outright. The second is to convert an existing bike into an electric one with a kit. Now, most conversions involve replacing the rear wheel or rolling a device against the tire. However, the Scarper disk drive sets out to do something a little bit different. Unlike other methods, this solution is a clip-on device for your bike. This powers the rear brake rotor to drive the bike forward. Before installing the device, users need to do a few things. You add a wireless cadence sensor for the crank, strap a tab onto the non-drive side of the chainstay, and swap the bike's existing rear brake rotor for the one specified to the system. Once all this is complete, disk drive can be attached and detached at will. Users may detach the disk drive for charging convenience, or they might attach the device to another bike if they'd like. The Scarper disk drive has some interesting specs as well. It has a 202 watt-hour lithium-ion battery. The motor is a 250 watt motor, which is pretty good for a bicycle. It weighs 7.3 pounds, has a range of 37 miles off of a 2.5 hour charge, and you can get a top speed of about 20 miles an hour. It has a tail light attached to it as well, and it'll cost you $1,200. The device has some impressive performance when it comes to range and speed. The portability of the system makes it easier to charge as well. All that users have to do is detach the disk drive and plug it in somewhere. As a result, the entire bike does not need to be placed near an outlet to be charged, which is another bonus. Scarper system will be commercially available sometime next year, as I said, at a price point of $1,217. Not all of the details are available yet, so there will be more information to filter out to the public very soon. Mojo Vision has been working on a smart contact lens since 2015. We've talked about it several times here on the program, and its latest prototype, Mojo lens, packs in a pretty impressive amount of gear, especially for something that has to live behind your eyelid. For starters, it has the world's smallest and highest density display capable of showing dynamic content. A green monochrome micro LED display measuring less than 0.5 millimeters in diameter with a resolution of 14,000 pixels per inch. It's got an ARM Core M0 processor, a 5 gigahertz radio capable of communicating at ultra-low latency, and enough accelerometers, gyroscopes, and magnetometers to track your eye movements with extreme precision, allowing the image to stay stable even as you move your eyes around. It's got a medical-grade micro battery built into its outer ring, which will be big enough to run the thing all day long in the final product version, as well as power management circuits and a wireless charging system. And you won't need hand controls or a smartphone or even Meta's crazy nerve hijacking control inputs to control it. Mojo Vision has designed a hands-free user interface controlled by your own eye movements. The company is yet to say when it expects to have a product on the shelves. Mojo's Senior VP of Product and Marketing, Steve Sinclair, estimates that the price, though, will be something around that of a high-end smartphone. It sounds like it might be a bit fiddly to put on too, since it's designed to work at a specific orientation. But this certainly seems next level. AR headsets themselves are still at a rudimentary level, and Mojo already seems fairly close with a product that could make other designs redundant pretty quickly if it does what it says on the tin and maybe gets a color display before too long. Very, very cool stuff, though. And finally, happening in this week's What The? Here's a piece of cross-promotion that might seem perplexing, at first anyway, but actually makes sense the more you think about it. Thanks for watching your weekly tech update. If you have a story you think we need to feature on the program, get in touch with me. Send me an email at djraymcneil@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook at Your Weekly Tech Update, and check out the podcast, audio and video versions available on iTunes, Google, Spotify, Audio Burst, and elsewhere on the interwebs. Till next time, I'm Ray McNeil. Stay safe and stay healthy, everyone. And now, here's your moment of joy.
Are you in the jacuzzi all by yourself? Bo's enjoying it.
Your weekly tech update brought to you by Holiday Home Care, Phillip Island, Victoria, Australia. It's your turn to relax. Before you get on holiday on the island, contact Holiday Home Care. We can set up your residence or holiday rental, do the shopping for you, provide linen and towels, and make sure it's all ready by the time you get here, giving you more time to enjoy what Phillip Island has to offer. For more information, visit holidayhomecarepi.com or email holidayhomecarepi@gmail.com. Oh,